dignitaries on the dais, and the delegates and all the invitees. Thanks for coming to this regional event from IIC, and it's our pleasure to give you a bit details on what we do here on the innovation side, and I would like to present the CITI details to you. The buzzword today is innovation, 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 and it is great honor for us to be here where a lot of innovations are happening on day-to-day basis. The credit should go to our VC sir, who way back in 2008-2009 saw this movement and introduced us to this cycle, and CITI was then born with 2 startups. But actual CITI came into existence in 2012, but the seed was shown by respected VC sir then, which really has transformed into a big tree today, where we have a lot of branches coming in from many of the local innovators, students, startups, and even people from US who are our alumni are showcasing their startups here in our society, in our college, in our institute. Seeing this growth, what we did was we also started our incubation centers in KLE Hubballi, and also at our Belgaum campus. And this today we are also demonstrating one of the first startups from Belgaum, EV two-wheeler retrofit outside campus, outside this auditorium, for you to look at it. We see there's a lot of momentum, because what we have done, what we have invested in the university today, from in the Star Labs, and in the equipments, etc., is actually paving a lot of way to new age startups. So from an IIC angle, IIC has not new to us. We are already a 4-star ranking from ARIA, and we are also recognized as a mentor organization. Just to tell you briefly, IIC aims systematically foster the culture of innovation and startup ecosystem in the education institutions. It is to engage large number of faculty, students, and staff in various innovation and entrepreneurship related activities such as ideation, problem solving, proof of concept development, design thinking, IPR, project handling and management at the pre-incubation and incubation stage, etc. This we started back in 2009-2010, and that has really transferred or transpired into a big process system under CITI today. Next page, please. Oh, sorry. The mission, the vision of CITI is to be pioneer to foster, enable, and grow the innovation and entrepreneurial ecosystem. Sorry. To be a pioneer to foster, enable, and grow the innovation and entrepreneurial ecosystem in Tier 2 cities. Our VC saw there is a good requirement. There is a lot of strategy, there is a lot of process to be put in place way back then, and we started putting all these things. Today, we are recognized as one of the nodal centers, even from Government of Karnataka, where we are started this ecosystem drive, and we are proud to say that we have more than 50 startups in the campus, mostly in the tech domain, and you could actually see most of them in our tech park. Our model, CITI. Okay. Innovation in our college starts from the first year itself. Today, we are fortunate to have 2 of these exhibitions conducted at our college, our institute. And if you are free before 2:30, you are welcome to visit this in our Kore Sports Arena as well as in Light, where we are showcasing more than 500 projects done by the first year students in the societal requirements innovations under design thinking and on the mechatronics projects. We request you to please visit these and see how how best we have done this course to project innovation and entrepreneurship right at the start of the course. Under this model, we are starting right at the start, where we even call all the students from North Karnataka for a program called PUPA. And this happens for the first year students and across North Karnataka, and we plan this year to move this across Pan Karnataka, so that more and more people could come, where we fund for their projects, and we also see some of these projects to taken into the incubation drive. So we make the students work on this PUPA for their projects, and then through a proper process and a lot of mentorship, a lot of hand-holding, we take them up to a pre-incubation up in 6th semester. So when they are in 6th semester, when we see there is a progress in their project program, we take them under pre-incubation, fund them, and make a startup from there. What we provide here, we provide a lot of infrastructure. With this, in the 3 institutes, we have more than 50,000 square feet for the startups. We do a lot of mentoring and hand-holding. We have more than 50 mentors under this. We do a lot of funding activities. We have got funds from DST, Department of Science and Technology, METI, Karnataka State Government, SISF. Even last week we got from HDFC the first CSR funding for our institute. So we have good funding agreements, arrangements, processes, and we want to really help support our startups from here. And we also take under this scheme, some of the schemes are giving the funding for virtual startups. This is the funds, what we have, and what is released and what is distributed under different heads. These are some of the events we conduct for many of our startups, where we take them through the different stages of the process, and we move to a process where even the funding, the VCs are called to showcase them about your business idea, about possibility of funding, so that you go to the scale-up funding. Just to indicate you year-wise startups, how many we have had. Just for the around the time of Corona, we had less number of startups, but we usually have about 15 to 20 startups, and last year was exceptional where we had 21. And we hope more startups because we are adding more space this year in 2 different colleges. We hope to have more startups coming into this to take a lot of infrastructure and offers what we do for these startups. Under us, we also have a Center for Innovation and Product Development to actually product development and commercialization of IPs and to help support minor programs. We have had some good success under this, and we have commercialized 2 products already with IPs what we have developed, and we have also got some of the IPs under this for the institute. And current snapshot of CITI, we have about 50,000 square feet. We have 2,500 employment generated under this. We have 5,000 plus internships generated, and I hope to see this a bit more because we have added more colleges under our CITI brand now. And we have already supported more than 145 tech startups and 34 products in the market already. We have got about 20 crores plus investments, and we have distributed 2.1 crores. Funds committed to startups is almost 12 crores. Currently, at our CITI, we have 55 startups, 55 plus startups, and we have, as I told you, more than 50 business mentors. Just to give you achievements, we have had very good achievements this year. New Origami, the Elevate winners, and today we are also got two companies here who got 35 lakhs funding from METI. We will be separately presenting them a check. Success stories. Way back when VC sir started the movement, we had two startups then, Sankalp Semiconductors and Namya Biological. Both were acquired for almost more than 200 crores. So that has been a great success for this organization. And under that, we have student startups, Labin App. Labin App was started by the students from our own institute as a pre-incubation, and then the company was acquired by Byju's. The next one was Snaptrude. Snaptrude is also by the students, and they got funded by Excel. Excel also funded Facebook. And the other company we want to talk about is Physics Motors. Physics Motors is one of the companies who are part of our incubation center, moved out, graduated, and now they are in scale-up activities and possibly expecting a lot of orders from tier 1, tier 2 manufacturers of automobiles in India. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. As sir said in his words, our first startup from CITI, Belgaum, is demonstrating a EV retrofit two-wheeler outside the KLE Tech auditorium. I request everyone to please have a look after the inaugural ceremony. So let us take a moment to view an audiovisual presentation of Viksit Bharat at 2047. As our nation's visionary leader, Shri Narendra Modi ji emphasis on यही समय है और सही समय है देश को एक नई संकल्प के साथ आगे बढ़ाने का और नई भारत का सृजन का. I now request our technical team to play the AV of Viksit Bharat at 2047.
यही समय है, सही समय है,
यही समय है, सही समय है, भारत का अनमोल यही समय है.
हर देश की विकास यात्रा में एक समय ऐसा आता है जब देश खुद को नए संकल्पों के साथ आगे बढ़ाता है. नए भारत के सृजन का यह अमृत काल है. यही कोटि कोटि देशवासियों का संकल्प है. अमृत काल 25 वर्ष का है, लेकिन हमें अपने लक्ष्यों की प्राप्ति के लिए अभी से जुड़ जाना है.
असंख्य भुजाओं की शक्ति है, गली गली में देश भक्ति है. तुम उठो तिरंगा लहरा दो, भारत के भाग्य को फहरा दो, नए भारत को गढ़ने का यही समय है.
बीते वर्षों में शुरू हुई अनेक योजनाओं का लाभ करोड़ों गरीबों को उनके घर तक पहुंचा है, लेकिन अब हमें सैचुरेशन तक जाता है, पूर्णता तक जाना है. 100% गांवों में सड़कें हो, 100% परिवारों के बैंक अकाउंट हो, 100% लाभार्थी को आयुष्मान भारत का कार्ड हो, 100% पात्र व्यक्तियों को उज्ज्वला योजना और गैस कनेक्शन हो, सरकार की बीमा योजना हो, पेंशन योजना हो, आवास योजना से हमें हर उस व्यक्ति को जोड़ना है जो उसके हकदार है.
यही समय है, यही समय
Thank you. I now request Shri Deepan Sahu, Assistant Innovation Director, MIC, to give the overall view of IIC. Sir, please.
A very good afternoon to all, respected dignitaries on the dais, and special thanks to the host institute, KLE University, under the leadership of the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ashok Satar sir, and his IIC team for putting all the efforts and making this 16th IIC Regional Met Innovative Bharat is one of the successful. As we can see, the whole auditorium is complete and full, and also in the morning hour, the open house event is quite mesmerizing in terms of participation of innovations, startups, and social enterprises for showcasing their products, and also the IIC posters. So, heartfelt welcomes to each one of you, and especially the presidents, IIC conveners, innovation ambassadors, mentor institutions, mentee institutions, innovators, startup founders, entrepreneurs, and Atal Tinkering Lab schools, and the school students, school teachers for this August gathering. And what an auspicious day, and also humble beginning with the program started by, or the initiative started by this KLE University, that is called Experience Engineering Projects, and they have named it Prayog Sisir, where more than 100 school students during their first year, they have gone through an experiential learning project of 3 credit, and finally they were showcasing their innovations. So if you will get any time in the afternoon, or especially during your lunch break, please do visit and see the student projects. It's quite good to see, because I have interacted with many and found the kind of understanding, and they merge science with the technology with the requirement in a beautiful way. Secondly, also we visited and see the social innovations, and named is called Abhinaya Sisir, and that's also quite a humble beginning by the KLE University. I will extend congratulations to the university for providing this opportunity, providing this beautiful opportunity to each and every students, and also engaging all faculty members in a very coordinated fashion, because the beauty of this project is that teams are comprising of individuals from different disciplines, and they are working on projects or the kind of assignments and converting them into a prototype with help of the faculty members, mentors, and accessing to the resources. And it is a kind of a mandatory credit course for them. That means in first year itself, they are going through the phase of team formation, collective working, co-creative models, and also thinking about innovation, creativity. Those are essential components of nurturing a young mind. See, when somebody will go through this kind of process, definitely they will go through the curiosity mindset. Curiosity is the first basis and the first things to start with. Curiosity means understand why these are happening. Similarly, curiosity, creativity, that leads to generating ideas, and these ideas get nurtured with support from the institute, and with proper mentoring and the funding support, then these ideas develops into prototypes, what we call innovations, and then when it connects with industry, the market, and the business, then it leads to the form of startups. So this is kind of a journey of experiential learning, starting from creativity to curiosity to the innovation, then startups, and finally the centers established in the campus called Deshpande Foundation Center, there is Innovation Entrepreneurship Center, the Technological Park. So all these facilities are dedicated centers. So thanks for creating such a beautiful environment, beautiful facility, infrastructure facility, human resource facility, also the resource accessibility, and having a policy mechanisms, proper IP sharing mechanism, proper funding mechanisms, so that each and every students, those will come to this institute, it will go through this kind of processes. And that's why this institute is one of the mentor institute. And last year, they played the volunteer role. This time, they have received a small funding support from us to provide mentoring supports to other IIC institutions. And congratulations for securing the mentor institute status. And I hope there will be many other mentor institutions, also many mentee institutions. Please utilize this mentor-mentee structure to have a big inter-institutional collaboration. Similarly, we have programs called Impact Lecture Program. So Impact Lecture Series is designed for those IIC institutions. Those are located in rural areas, village areas, hilly areas, or aspirational districts, and they are staying far away from the state level ecosystem or regional ecosystem or national ecosystem. So establishing the connection, the bridge with ecosystem enablers and with the institution, and starting with some level is called the Impact Lecture. So my heartfelt thanks and the congratulations to all those institutions, those have secured funding support for the Impact Lecture, and please utilize this platform to act as a mentee institute and join and select one mentor institute from your region or from your state or from your zone, and we will make that each and every institutions will have this kind of innovation startup ecosystem. Now let's come to this IIC. So I hope you all are from the IIC fraternity, like a family. We all are a single family. And IIC means Institutions Innovation Council. This is the name of IIC. But if you will see the logo, IIC means institutions, innovations, industries, all kind of things come together, and they share a common platform called C. So that means how institutions, industry, inventions, ideas will share a common platform through a collaborative way. They will nurture these ecosystems in our education institutions. When we started in 2018, we started with this indigenous version from scratch, and gradually the kind of model, this IIC, the kind of structure, the kind of framework it gives, now it has reached to more than 7,500 higher education institutions to establish these IICs. So this kind of phenomenon journey we have in the last 5 to 6 years is kind of a eye-opening for each one of us, because you will find IIC in polytechnic institutions, you will find IICs in arts and science colleges, you will find IIC in Institute of National Importance like IITs and NITs, also will find IIC in affiliated colleges, affiliating universities, also will find IIC in standalone and deemed universities. And also will find IICs in all 36 states and union territories, including Lakshadweep, including Andaman Nicobar, including Ladakh, also including the each and every progressive states like Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Why I say Karnataka is one of progressive state? Because it is the third largest number of higher education institutions we have in the state of the Karnataka. We have 6,700 higher education institutions. And if I will tell the number of IICs, we have around 700 IICs in this state of the Karnataka, which is again the third largest if I will count total number of IICs in the country. So out of 7,500 IICs, 700 IICs from the state of Karnataka. So this is third largest after Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. Now comes to the difference. We have supply of 6,700 higher education institutions, out of which only 700 institutions have established IIC. Then why the remaining 6,000 institutions are not having IIC? What prevents them to not to have an IIC? What kind of challenges they have? How they will also get benefit from this IIC network? This is the kind of assignment, this is the kind of a task is in front of with us, and we have to solve it. We have to take a role and responsibility as a mentor institute or as an impact lecture beneficiary institute or as an active IIC institutions. We have to reach out to all these institutions where IIC is not yet established. How we will bring them to the network of IIC, how we will give them a feeling of a family, that we all are standing together, we all are going to working together, and this model, this networking model will definitely will make each and everyone to understand the importance of innovation entrepreneurship, and every institute see their role as an enabler, and they will provide not only the mechanisms, policies, also they have to create necessary infrastructure, and also they will create the champions in their institutions so that they will inspire each and every individuals in that institute, be it a student, be it a faculty, be it a staff. Everybody should nurture entrepreneurial mindset. They should prepare themselves. They should acquire the creative tendency as a skill, and they should integrate their creative tendency with their course curriculum so that they will go through the phase of experiencing, learning, engaging themselves in problem solving, and then developing and bringing technologies so that a solution which will address the real problem of our industry, market, and society, and gradually it will see a sustainable form, what we called startup. So this is the what. And even though they will not make a startup, even though they will fail in the venture, but the kind of skill and the learning they will go through the whole process, that will actually help them to prepare themselves to accept the challenges and see the challenges as an opportunity rather than having the risk aversiveness. So they will come forward with kind of risk bearing ability, and they will make this unknown risk to the known risk, and they will convert the uncertainties to the certainties, and that will open the plethora of opportunities in terms of a good or kind of a high performing entrepreneur or a high performing entrepreneur. In terms of being an employee of the corporate also, they will perform better, they will get a better placements. So this kind of every activities should happen, should be provided to our students during the college time itself. Then only they will not waste lots of time after the graduation, and they will take not much time to discover the dream. So if somebody wants to become an entrepreneur, let them try here, let them do the test, let them fail, let them start something so that they will learn it, so that once they will graduate, they will go and start their startup if they wish to become an entrepreneur. Neither let them go and perform better in the job if they want to become a employee of any company, but they will have at least either entrepreneurship quality or an entrepreneurship quality, and having a creative mind to solve the problems of the society or to solve the problem of the industry on the market. So this IIC structure actually helping our institutions to developing, to streamlining, and to strengthening this kind of ecosystem in a network fashion. That's why this number is growing. Our target is to reach from the 7,500 to 15,000 by end of this academic year, because currently India have more than 60,000 higher education institutions, and we have to make sure that in the next 3 to 4 years, this IIC should make one of the best initiative through which all our education institutions should lead this innovation startup ecosystem in this country, and maximum startups and innovation should come from our education institutions, because we have the milestones already in our mind, already in our objective has been set. By 2027, our country's economy should cross $5 trillion economy. By 2030, we should be one of the third largest economy in this world. By 2047, we should be one of the advanced country in this world. So to make this happen, each and every individual has to come forward. Each and every institute has to see them as enabler role. Each and every industry ecosystem enabler has to come forward and act as a stakeholder in this whole development process. And nothing can happen in an isolation. So all these things go in a very collaborative phase. So IIC is already actually giving all these kind of avenues, platforms to each and every individual, and many of the institutions have developed the capability of answering what to be done, how to be done. But now we have to think why it should be done. The moment you will answer the point of why, then I think you don't need our support. You don't need IIC. You need only the institution's commitment and passion and involvement of higher authority and the faculty members. Through IIC, no doubt we have created the awareness, we have created a kind of a understanding of how and what, but why has to be further percolated down. Institute like KLE already developed the understanding of why, how and what. So now they are quite self-motivated because they know the answer of why. That's why they have this Prayog Sisir and the Abhinay Sisir programs. They are nurturing the young minds in the first year. Similarly, you have to come visit to this institute and you have to understand the process. You have to connect your institute with IIC institute like KLE, and let's understand, share the best practices and develop a very healthy competitive atmosphere through which we will go forward. I will not take much time, but definitely I should touch upon the uniqueness of this 6I framework of IIC. The IIC, what you are working, it is actually it's an integral function of integrating 6 I's, which are the essential component of the development or the developed nation. What are these 6 I's? The first I is called individuals. Each and every individuals, those are part of this IIC, either as a student or a faculty or a authority or an ecosystem enablers. Everybody feels that they are part of this IIC framework, and everybody's contribution and efforts reflects in somewhat in somewhere form of the institute performance. This is called integrating. This is called taking everybody as a part of the movement. The first I is called individual. The second I, obviously, the institute. That means institute provides the platform of this belongingness, the ownership and connectedness. The first I, individual. The second I, institute. When they combine, they interact, and they systematic way they collaborate and co-create, that leads to the third I, that is called inventions, or we can call it ideas. That means where the individual and the institute, they interact meaningful way, and that creates lots of ideas, and also the inventions are called knowledge generations. And when you connect and with the mentor and you provide necessary funding support and infrastructure access, then this idea and the inventions leads and reach to this, the fourth I, that is called innovations. And the innovations, then to reach the market, they need another 2 I's. The fifth I is called industry, and the sixth I is called the investor or the investment opportunity. So these 6 I's come together, which leads to make a sustained generation of innovations and startups and innovative minds and creative youth and entrepreneurial mindset persons from these education institutions, which is the need of the hour if we have to realize these milestones and objectives to become India one of the advanced nation. And IIC actually have this philosophy, and IIC actually perform and connect all these 6 I's together. And the more and more you will involve, you will understand this concept. And finally, after 2 to 3 years, you actually don't need government to come and help you. Once you will understand it, then automatically you will develop your own system and you will drive it. This is the what IIC meaning, and we are always here to help you. My team is here. We are always on hourly basis. We are connected through the WhatsApp groups, and we are always to extend our support. And also it is a call to all the IIC institutions. Please help each other and develop a system in your institutions, develop a system in your region, develop a system at the state level, so that dependency on other outsiders should less. With this, I will not take much time, because afternoon we have another 3 to 4 roundtables. We have another program is coming up that is called Innovation Initiative. That is the India Innovation Initiative. We are going to set up 13 innovation centers across the country. One center is going to happen in the Bangalore, that one physical facility. And this physical facility, this innovation hub, is going to cater to selected 50 to 60 IIC institutions where invention profile is there, where the patents are there, but these patents have not seen the market because of so many reasons. So this innovation center will put its all efforts to accelerate IP commercialization and technology transfer activities in the country, so that more and more inventions will see the market, and through technology transferring, technology licensing, and startup formation. Thank you all for giving the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for giving us the overall view of IIC. I now request our guest of honor, Dr. Mamta Agarwal, Advisor AICTE, to address the gathering. Ma'am, please.
Good morning, a very, very good morning to a very lovely audience. Very respected, illustrious Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ashok Shetty, all the distinguished dignitaries on the dais, very, very eminent faculty members, IIC coordinators who are present here, my colleagues from Deepan Sahu, Abhishek, and I've forgotten your name, and Monica. It's indeed a pleasure to actually address this August gathering, but after Deepan Sahu's address, and after telling twice, I will not take much time explaining everything in detail. I'm thinking what to speak. Nonetheless, let me try to do my job, and I'll try to make it a little interesting. One of the things when I came here and caught my attention was that the term, the coin, which you have used, social innovation. So tell me, what could be the best example of a social academic entrepreneurship or innovation? Anybody can shout out. It's opening of a university. So actually, and I just thought about it. So actually, any component you talk about, R&D center, entrepreneurship center, or anything you talk about, it actually nurtures and it actually, raises up in this beautiful atmosphere. On behalf of AICTE and on behalf of MIC, I think primarily from the bottom of my heart, and AICTE family, let us first give a huge round of applause to University for being there for us and for effectively contributing in the innovation ecosystem of the country. Since Deepan ji has spoken a lot about innovation, I think I will go a little ahead and I will divert a little bit from the topic of innovation. Because each one of us who are present here is a teacher, is a faculty member. So I just want to talk to you as to what kind of acumen, what kind of trends, futuristic trends, what kind of academia we are actually entering. So what is the future of academia? So whenever I talk to the educators around the world, I don't think there is any country which has so much of excitement as India. And the region is National Education Policy 2020. Truly transformative, truly reformative. But I am not talking about the policy. I remember speaking on various forums at CII and FICCI just in 2020. And we used to talk about the futuristic trend. Trust me, each trend we thought will come in 2030 or 2040 has come at least 10 years in advance. So when we talk about the change, and change is the only thing which is permanent, today it is not change. It is the pace of change, the pace with which each one of you, each faculty member, each dean, each student has to change. And that change in mindset, the attitude first, and again skill set second, and technology adoption. Primarily it starts with how I think about the whole thing. This was number one, that the change, how do we need to change and the pace with which we need to change. Second one is World Economic Forum said, it was the last year's report, but that by 23 itself, 150 million new jobs requiring different skill sets, not matching with the current skill sets, are going to be created. And 75 million existing traditional, conventional, repetitive, manual jobs are going to be lost. I'll just take an example. Let's look at ChatGPT. How many of you use ChatGPT? I extensively use. So with ChatGPT, it is a reality that the job of content writers, the job of many creative persons is going to be lost. But then does it mean that there would not be any job created? Somebody at the back end at ChatGPT needs to manage it, who needs to know good content, good English, good machine learning, good creativity, good conflict resolution, good tech resolution. So we have jobs, there will be new jobs, but those jobs will require a different skill set. So what we need to tell our students is that continuous learning agility. I think as teachers, as faculty members, what we need to tell them is the art of learning, the passion for learning. Ignite that passion. The third reality is McKinsey carried out a survey where when they interviewed 85% of the managers said that when they interviewed the managers, 85% of them said that they wanted students to be hired for skill sets, not for the roles. They wanted more freelancers. They wanted more temporary students than having permanent employees. So the way industry is hiring is changing, the way teaching learning is taking place is changing. So one of the forums of FICCI when I was speaking and Amazon Web Services head was there, he said they will no longer be interested whether a candidate is BTech or MTech or 12th pass, as long as the students can manage their operations effectively. So just think what kind of a shift, tectonic shift, paradigm shift it is bringing in our lives. And the fourth one is, researchers say, and I'm sure all of you have read the book, our life expectancy, and if not ours, our students' life expectancy will be 90 years, at least 90 years. So if my student is going to live for 90 years, what do I teach him or her at 20 or 21 or 22 that will suffice him for 60 years of a working career? So that is another reality which we have. And the last one is we are teaching a Google generation. So even if you don't know it, I'm fine because, I will Google it. I will have all the Web of Sciences and everything, Springer and everything available. And then I go there. So more than teachers, you have become handholders, you have become mentors, you have become their psychological and sociological and moralistic guides. So classrooms have become just simulating cubicles. I think the learning is happening everywhere. Learning is happening at home, learning is happening in these events, learning is happening when all the people are coming together, collaborating, communicating, holding hands of each other. So, when this being the landscape, if this is the landscape of the future, what do I do today so that my students are the differentiators? My students are the one who are picked up by everybody. So what I personally feel is, and I would just broadly bucket them in three categories. I need to have a multi-stakeholder sensitivity. What I do today does not only impact me, it impacts the whole world. If there is climate change, it is for everybody. If temperature is continuously rising, it's for everybody. If we have very, very poor air quality index in Delhi, then it's for everybody. If we have contaminated water, it is for everybody. So making our students learn that what I do impacts everyone. We are in a flat world. And then, we really, really need to understand a harmony in living in absolute coexistence with nature is the call we all need to take. And then, multi-generational adaptability. Our universities are the best example. One of our professor or dean could be maybe 70, and a student entering is at 17. So just see 7 generations you have among yourselves. So can, as a student, I understand the mindset? Can I understand the sensitivity? And trust me, this will build a beautiful society. Unless you have that adaptability, unless you have that, even this is a very core Indian value, I don't think that we will be able to be very successful teacher. And third is definitely multicultural relatability. I come from different culture. I'm coming from Uttar Pradesh and I am in Hubballi, but you are mine and I am yours. So this amalgamation, this beauty of being together, respecting everything is another part. So these are few things, and then learning agility I have already covered. Deepanji has very extensively covered everything. So I would just say that in India, we have done everything to be a startup nation, to be an entrepreneurial nation. At policy level, we have MIC. We have more than, and I think as I speak, almost 1.4 lakh startups. But what we are not teaching, and I don't know whether I'm right in saying so, there is a very huge failure probabilities. So once we have done everything, and even then if something has not worked out, we still need to handhold our students till the last time to tell them that not everything works. So this is something which I don't think anywhere it has been covered. So reason is that, if I am a teacher, if I am a mentor, if I am a psychological leaner, then I need to handhold your hand till the time that you say, I am okay, I have learnt a lot, even by this experiment, and I need to move on. So whether at policy level, adoption of policy, national startup policy, these institutions, innovation councils by MIC, we have IICTE, where repository is there of all various innovators that has been taken up by our students. Idea Lab, that is for experimentation among teachers, researchers, faculty members, students, and now Idea Cafe is coming up. I think patent filing has become much more economical and a much better thing. Funding, and more than that, societal acceptance. Today when your son says, my daughter says, we want to be an entrepreneur, we say, go ahead and do it. So gone are the days. So now I think we are in a very, very stimulating ecosystem. We are in a country that is really, really pushing, embracing entrepreneurship, embracing innovations. So let us handhold our students, and from policy levels to funding to mentoring and then networking, let us be part of their journey, this beautiful journey of innovation. And please make sure that you handhold them even when they are extremely successful, to make them grounded, or if not so successful, to keep their morale up. So I just want to say thank you so very much to the Vice Chancellors and to each one of you to be part of this beautiful journey of innovation. As our Honorable Prime Minister says, earlier it was Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, then it became Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan. And now Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan, or Jai Anusandhan. So we have come to that. So thank you so very much, and keep innovating, keep making a beautifully interconnected world, a most beautiful world where each one of us thrive and each one of us really, really do well for making lives better, so much better. So I would just conclude by saying inclusivity in design. Inclusivity in design, responsibility in action, and harmony in living. And when I say harmony in living, with all our people who are with us, outside our community, inside our community, disadvantageous in any form, all inmate objects, Hawa, Akash, Ayu, Dharti, Prithvi, all are elements, and live in a beautiful harmony, in a beautiful coexistence with nature. Thank you so very much. Jai Hind. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your thoughtful views with all of us. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this esteemed occasion, with a profound delight and enthusiasm that we announce the release of our CITI booklet, a culmination of dedicated effort and the collective journey of CITI. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to release the CITI booklet. Thank you, dignitaries. We believe it will serve as a comprehensive guide for those who are seeking insights and information about KLE City. Also, it brings us a great joy and a pride to share with you all that Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India selected 2 startups from KLE City, Center for Technology Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Hubballi, to provide a scale-up investment funding to Nurigami, Automation India Private Limited and E-Mileage Initiatives Private Limited startups under TIDE 2.0 scheme. I request Nurigami Automation to join us on the stage to collect the check. I request the dignitaries to please present the check to the winners. So we congratulate Nurigami Automation for winning this scale-up investment funding. I request E-Mileage Initiative to join us on the stage to collect the check. We congratulate E-Mileage Initiatives for winning the scale-up investment. Thank you, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's proud that they have won the 35 lakhs rupees grant for their scale-up investment. I think it deserves a huge round of applause for both the startups. So, all the best to them. A leader driven by a deep commitment to education and turning dreams into realities and challenges into opportunities for growth. So we have such leader amongst us, that is our Honorable Vice Chancellor, KLE Technological University, Dr. Ashok Shettar. I request sir to please deliver a presidential remarks. Sir, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's indeed a proud privilege for KLE Technological University to hold or to host IIC Regional Meet. I thank MIC and AICTE for giving us the opportunity. Honorable guests of the occasion, Dr. Mamta Agarwal ji, and passionate driver of IIC initiative, Deepak Sahu ji, Abhishek, my colleagues and all the delegates and mentors who have graced the occasion. Innovative Bharat, which is the theme of this year, IIC, is not just the dream of our Honorable Prime Minister. It is the dream of aspirational India. It is the dream of new India, which aspires to be much more than what it is today. For us to enable this dream, for us to make this dream a reality, the biggest onus falls on the educational institution or the educational system of India. Because when a nation wants to tread a new path, it's ultimately the emerging generation, the future generation plays a very important role. And that generation is with us right now. Can you imagine? We as educators, we as educational system have 4 crore minds, more than 4 crore minds with us today. In India, at this point of time, the number of students enrolled in higher education system is more than 4 crore. And these are the people who are going to make the dream of innovative Bharat a reality. The question is, my earlier speakers, honorable speakers, raised this question. The question is, are we preparing them for? Are we giving them enough capabilities, enough support system for them to be the enabler of new innovative Bharat? I mentioned this because as educators, as academic leaders, as IIC coordinators, imagine the power you have in your hand today to transform a society, to transform a nation. And we need to be very responsible. Because if these 4 crore people are not shown the right way, the nation can go in a very wrong way. The society, there can be a big issues emerging if we don't educate them properly. And like Madam was saying, we are educating them for a future which we do not fully understand yet. That's the challenge. Okay, the pace at which things are happening, the speed at which the change is happening, is really putting educators and teachers in a real challenging position. Because we don't know for what future we are preparing them. But one thing is certain. If we make them the problem solvers, lifelong learners, creative thinkers, however the situation is, whatever the challenges, whatever the changes that come, they will be able to negotiate them successfully. So it is not just the agility of the student. It is not only the student need to be a lifelong learner. We as an institution, we as a teachers, we as academic leaders also need to be very agile. Usually academicians, we are very slow to change. Okay? But that has to really change at this point of time. We need to be very agile to really negotiate, to make our students agile. We need to be more entrepreneurial in our approach to make our student entrepreneur. Without us being entrepreneur, how we can create new entrepreneurs? That is the question. How the educational or the universities will become entrepreneurial universities. How the educational institution become entrepreneurial universities. How entrepreneurial mindset gets absorbed into the education system. If that happens, naturally our products are going to be innovative and entrepreneurial. And it calls for a big change. And it calls for a greater effort. And IIC's effort is in this direction. No doubt, lot of experimentation, lot of innovative efforts were happening across India in few institutions, but IIC movement gave it a direction, gave it a structure, gave it a matrix for the institution to measure themselves. In fact, today when we use IIC parameters, okay, activities and all, we ourselves will come to know how well we are doing. So whatever was happening across India, okay, in dots, the unconnected dots, the IIC movement is putting all those dots into a structure, and that structure in fact creates a new momentum. That's what the IIC is doing. And having in touch with many academic institutions, talking to many academic institutions, I see that there is a new awareness that is percolating into the institution about the innovation focus, about the entrepreneur focus. So let me congratulate MOE and the IICT for taking forward this great initiative. Wonderful. And however, your goal is very big. We are all with you, sir. And because ultimately the scale is so vast. We are talking of about 4 crore students, 60,000 colleges, 1,000 plus universities. The scale is so vast that the government can alone government can't do it. Every stakeholder has to pitch in. Whether it is an institution, an individual, need to be there with the government. Okay, that's how we grow. I mean, if we confine ourselves within a small sphere, we never grow. Okay, so we need to look out for more consortiums, more colleges, collaborations enabled by IIC, so that the total society benefits. In fact, when we are talking of CETI and our experiment here in Hubballi, Belgaum, now I am working on an idea. Why can't in Hubballi Dharwad region we should not be creating a consortium of colleges, engineering, medical, social sciences, pure sciences. So if we work together towards innovation and entrepreneurship, we can make a big difference. Today somehow I am feeling that I am working in isolation and my focus is excessively technology. Okay, so can I go out and connect with the doctors? Can I go out and connect with the social scientists? So the problems I address, the solutions I come up with, or when I say my entrepreneurs, our community, will be much better, much impactful when I collaborate. In fact, last week we started talking to, Shiv had gone to SDM Medical College. Just we are looking a new experiment. Okay, it is what IIC is doing, what these regional meets are about. Regional meets are about connecting different entities, see the possible learnings there, see the possibilities of collaboration there. That's what is this regional. So on a smaller scale, I am looking at this region of North Karnataka. Can I connect with little more? Can I diversify the expertise? Can I really synergize the strength of different institutions and create a bigger impact? That's the thought process. And I believe every one of us must be, because together we grow well, we can make a great impact. That's what I believe in. with these words, once again I thank the IIC, AICTE for their great initiative. I believe this is a great step forward, making the dream of innovative Bharat a reality. Let's all together work towards that goal and leave a great legacy for the future generations of Bharat. Thank you and all.
Thank you, sir. I now call upon Dr. Uma Mudengudi, Dean R&D, KLE Technological University, to propose a vote of thanks, ma'am.
A very good afternoon to all. Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, distinguished delegates from various industry, academia, dynamic startups, my colleagues, media personnel, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed an honor and privilege to propose vote of thanks on this significant occasion of IIC Regional Meet. I am sure these meets forge meaningful partnership with other higher education institutions and key stakeholders such as incubators, investors, knowledge agencies, and government bodies. These collaborations will catalyze the promotion of innovation, intellectual property, and startups in our higher education sector. On behalf of KLE Technological University, first and foremost, I extend my deepest appreciation to the Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, Institutions Innovation Council at Higher Education Institutions, and All India Council for Technical Education for spearheading this initiative, recognizing the pivotal role of innovation in shaping the future of higher education institutions. The commitment to fostering a culture of innovation and collaboration is evident in the thoughtful organization of these regional meets. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Mamta Agarwal, Madam Ji, for her invaluable suggestions. Your wisdom and insights have further enriched our understanding and commitment to the promotion of innovation in academic sphere. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to express my sincere thanks to one more distinguished guest of honor, Shri Deepan Sahuji, Assistant Innovative Director, Minister of Education Innovation Council, who has graced this occasion, and for his insightful thoughts. Thank you, sir, for your time as well as valuable contributions. Your insightful thoughts and presence have added significant value to our collective vision for the advancement of innovation in academic institutions. Thank you. A special acknowledgement goes to institutions, both existing IIC members and those aspiring to join this vibrant community, for their dedication to institutionalizing as well as streamlining innovation ecosystem on their campuses. Your commitment to leading the innovation movement in higher education institutions is genuinely remarkable. A heartfelt acknowledgement to the organizing committee for planning and transforming ideas into reality. Thank you very much, KLE CETI team, spearheaded by Shiv Turmuri, sir. I take this opportunity to thank our beloved Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Dr. Ashok Shettar, KLE Technological University, for his support, visionary strategies, thoughts, and extraordinary execution capabilities. In navigating the complex landscape of our endeavors, his visionary strategies have provided us with a roadmap for success. Thank you very much, sir. Without your support, encouragement, and critical questions, any such events would not have been possible. We thank all the delegates, participants, media personnel, volunteers for supporting this event. My heartfelt thanks to Abhishek Ranjan and Monica for your valuable contributions. We thank I invite each one of you to actively participate and embrace the opportunities that the regional IIT meet will unfold. We have a series of parallel tracks this afternoon. Together, let us embark on a journey of collaboration, knowledge exchange, innovation that will redefine the landscape of higher education in our country. Thank you for all your time, participation, and unwavering commitment. Together, let's shape a future where innovation thrives and knowledge knows no bound. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for proposing a vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, before we concluding, I request you to please make a note of these few points. Sir, I'll just take 2 minutes. Post-lunch, we have 3 parallel tracks going on. The first track one is all about innovation roundtable discussion and regional IIC consortium meeting. This meeting is for the participants who have registered for the consortium meeting. And the venue for this is Old Senate Hall, RH Kulkarni building. And the track 2 will be on knowledge sharing sessions on IIC, ATL linkage, innovation ambassadors IICTE, innovation repository, mentor-mentee program, and impact lecture scheme for the IIC institutions. The venue for the same is SMSR Seminar Hall. And the track 3 will be on one-to-one mentoring cum pitching sessions for IICTE innovators with the panel mentors. IICTE innovators, kindly note, idea pitching is compulsory for the next level of funding support from Ministry of Education Council and AICTE. For the same, the venue is Architecture Seminar Hall, which is the neighbor building from this auditorium. And also we do have an open house expo. I request everyone to kindly visit, which is being put up on the right side of the auditorium. Now I request everyone to do join us for the group photo in front of the auditorium. And before that, I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I request everyone to please join us for the photograph and please do join us for the lunch. Thank you.
With no fault, with aligned way, perfectly you have delivered the ball, right?
Anyone from J